Okay, this is a day 30 summary, a proper day 30 summary. Um, you may have noticed there is a day 30 security supplemental, which was done in the first phase, that 3 a.m. phase. Okay, so this is the follow up to that because there was an entire phase that followed that. Um, and officially now in day 31. So, yes. And of course, I've been a slacker or whatever, whatever you want to call it, inefficient, whatever you want to call it. So I mean, had I been more efficient, I think I would have adapted by now. But I've been really kind of dense and slow in taking the appropriate tactic to that would be required by the events that were going on to be efficient. Then I've wasted basically over a week. So just basically catching up to what was happening. Now, don't get me wrong, progress has been made, okay, but it's just been slower than it really could have been and should have been. Um, to summarize day 30, okay, in the day 30 security supplemental, I definitely recommend you take a look at that because the um, the sleep deprivation, you can see it's the strongest sleep deprivation that I've ever recorded. Um, I mean, I think maybe only. I mean, I'm probably in my Uberman attempts. I probably only encountered it once. That strong before. Um, it's pretty incredible. And by the way, just to be sure that you're aware, that is standing up. It's not. If I had been sitting down, I would have just nodded off, and the recording would have went for a couple hours, an hour, 2 hours, as many as 4 hours, 3 or 4 hours, just sitting there. Um, because I'm just able to just continue to relax and relax and relax. Whereas I'm standing, I keep getting interrupted. This standing interrupts it. I can't stay standing and asleep at the same time. I can't stay that way. I keep getting, reawakened. I can't do the full relaxation. It obviously it's going to have to do with balancing, and falling, and there's probably some sort of survival instinct that's involved with that prevents sleep from actually occurring. Um, so anyway, yes. Now in that security supplemental, I said that I was going to go take a walk. I did. Went ahead, took a walk. Came back. I absolutely did not feel like standing up. Uh, that's what was required. Okay, as a mitigating thing, what I should have done was go wash my face. Um, and ultimately decided to stand anyway. Um, because deprivation was just too strong. There's no way I can sit down and remain um, conscious. It's not going to happen. So instead, I surrendered and I sat down and surrendered. I just knew I was going to get overcome, and I just sat down. So that is, actually a better solution than that. Also, of course, is adding a nap in the middle. So in other words, normally the nap would be at 7 a.m. Okay, so we're gonna do the nap at 5 a.m. Okay, and then that way I'm controlling the sleep and I'm putting it in at only the 30 minutes instead of the 2.5 hour oversleep that actually occurred due to surrendering. Now, the good news about that is that this is the least amount of sleep um, that I've taken, in the last, I mean, during the crisis phase, which is the crisis is where the brain decides this is the phase where I'm going to fight and get the extra sleep, and I'm putting in the most sleep deprivation that I can to get this sleep. Okay, under that major attack, it's the least amount of sleep that I've taken for quite a while. I mean, since day 23, so over a week. Okay, so that right there is good. Okay. Also, there was a vivid REM dream in the 7 a.m. phase that with polyphasic euphoria, and also a recalled REM dream in the 11 a.m. phase. The 3 phases following 3, 7, and 11 all were fine. Um, and so I'm now, whoa, cool. I am now in the 3 a.m. phase. This is the phase that is supposed to be the most overpowering phase and whatnot and such. Okay, but granted, it's only 24 hours. Okay, so it's only 24 hours, and so I mean, it may not actually manifest, or who knows? It may have moved. I mean, it may have moved down to 7 a.m. I mean, I really don't know. Okay, but this is supposed to be the phase that's like super, super powerful, and it's not. I mean, there's no actual sleep deprivation. I'm not really experiencing any sleep deprivation. I did just wake up, but still no sleep deprivation here. Another positive advancement. I have. This is the longest I have ever gone without no sleeps. Period. Um, Ever since I started. This is a record. Never gone. Shucks, what is it? 96 hours. Never gone 96 hours without a no sleep. Has not occurred. Now I have. Um, so that is, yeah. And is there a reduction in? Is there now a? Are we now experiencing a reduction in sleep deprivation? Maybe, maybe, maybe the no sleeps were the reason this whole thing was lingering, and I wouldn't be surprised. I would absolutely not be surprised if the no sleeps are connected to the lingering sleep deprivation, because every nap is when you on Uberman, every single nap is so important, and you cannot skip a nap. If you do, you will you will hit major sleep deprivation. You will get hit hard. Okay, and that's what I've been experiencing. Okay, so this cycle, this cycle of no sleeps and this fighting in that phase, very interesting. I still think, okay, I still think that this occurs, and I've seen it happen with other people, and they don't get. I don't know that they're getting no sleeps. So in other words, I think it occurs whether or not you do no sleep. You're going to have a worst phase where the brain decides, the mind decides it's going to fight in this phase. This is the time it's going to fight for that sleep the hardest. It's going to bring everything it can to the table. Okay, and I think that occurs whether you have no sleeps or not. But in my case, I would, the fact that I don't have no sleeps, that is definitely means I'm in a stronger place. Why? Because I have more naps, more substantial naps that are there to give me the energy to overcome sleep deprivation. So it obviously takes a chunk out of the strength of that sleep deprivation to be able to get those naps that before I was missing, consistently missing, and on a pattern missing. Okay. Another thing to note, as far as breaking the no sleeps, which has now occurred, it's now a fact, is that I have also just started listening to pink noise, something that I've started doing. Whether it has actually had an effect, I don't know. I'm doubting that that was the reason. Um, I'm thinking the reason is just because I actually don't have a reason. I mean, but in my mind, the way I feel, my feeling about it is that because I've focused so hard on the phase, that I'm hunting the sleep deprivation specifically, and I know when I'm hunting it, and I know how to hunt it, and I've implemented techniques to overcome it, that somehow that was the reason that I haven't been getting no sleeps. That's my feeling. Okay, but at the same time, I mean, I don't know if it doesn't even sound rational to me that I using that as a reason. It doesn't sound rational. It sounds like something logic is askew on it, But I am also listening to pink noise. In fact, I'm listening to it right now to my speakers, and it's so nice. I mean, I love it. The type of pink noise I recommend is the shifting, sweeping. It's called sweeping pink noise. Man, it's nice. Um, and I think I'll put a link of it in my description, so that you guys can link to it. Cause man, it's nice. It's called, what do we call it? Shifting pink noise? No, sweeping pink noise. Extremely nice. You guys should try it out. It is so relaxing, and it's just so peaceful. It doesn't like white noise, gray noise, brown noise. They all assault. They grate. There's a certain grating quality to them on your consciousness. Sweeping pink noise, man, it's soft. It's smooth. It's just it flows like perfectly. There's no intrusion, and it's a you know the definition of pink noise is that all of the um, across the entire range of audible noise, it's filled, so it's complete. It's a complete noise that is soft and soothing, and it's constant. And I don't know, I just love and it has its basis in nature, and it just sounds really good. I just like it. Anyway, I don't know if there's connected to um, the pink noise, whether my nose sleeps are connected to pink noise, but it's an interesting coincidence just the same. And I am definitely looking forward to the 7 a.m. phase here. And then okay, regardless of what happens here in day 31, okay, day 32 is going to be the absolute litmus test, okay? What happens day 32 is going to completely let me know where I am, because I'm only 24 hours since the last negative sleep event. Um, so, okay. Um, so, I mean, that could be the reason why I'm not getting hit like really hard right now, or it could have shifted to the 7 a.m. I mean, we'll see what the reasoning is. We're going to find out. And day 32 will be the final determiner. If day 31 doesn't show anything, day 32 definitely will be a determiner. If I don't get anything in day 32, I'm probably adapted. Um, okay, and that the killing of the no sleeps is what was required for me to adapt. Okay, that's a definite possibility, which would be perfect. I mean, like right at about 30 days, right at about a month, I finally adapt. I mean, it would be nice. Be great. And I can't tell you how happy I'm going to be. And man, I'm going to kick it into high gear once that happens, man. I'm telling you what. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I could do press releases. I mean, there's so many different things I could do. Once I have a fully documented Uberman adaptation on the record, man, for one thing, I'm gonna box all of these videos into a specific playlist. Um, yeah, I'm gonna put that playlist onto this site that I use for multiple YouTube video viewing. They put all the YouTube videos that you want. You put the links in on a list, and then they put them all on one page for you. You can just like see them all there. It's called Swig View, and I'll put that entire playlist on there. I think they have enough space for the number of videos. We'll see. But I mean, there's so many things I'm gonna do. So many things once I adapt. Gosh, it just gives you so much. I don't know what it is. I mean, status to be able to do stuff regarding polyphasic sleep. You know what I mean? It really does. But there's a lot that I'm going to be able to do once I'm adapted. So, killer. And of course, the most important thing is just basically maximizing my work and exceeding my monophasic work schedule. I mean, it's gonna be like a weightlifting test, if you will. Like, if someone's supposedly enhancing their strength using this or that technique, they should be able to prove it by being able to lift more weight. It's the same thing with work. I mean, it's the same thing. Well, this is all super exciting, so I will definitely keep you guys updated on it, and keep tuned, man. Exciting times right here. So talk to you.